After my near-death experience, I was thrown into a realm where distinctions and differences dissolve, and all there was oneness, what we call non-duality. Today, you're going to learn about non-duality in a way that's never been shared before. And by the end of this video, you are going to understand an ancient concept in a revolutionary way. And not only that, but I'm going to share with you what non-duality feels like. Now, before we get started, I do have to give you a heads up. This topic is hard for most people to understand because since your earthly existence, you've been taught to categorize and classify. We have this singular linear perspective that causes us to look at life through a lens of separation, where we see right, wrong, true, false, left, right, good, bad, and it's everything that goes against what non-duality is. So what is non-duality? The short answer, it means not two, meaning there's no polarity or duality. There's no separation between self and other. It's only oneness. And to better understand this, we're going to compare non-duality to consciousness. And the reason why is because it's the divine spark that lives within all of us. Your consciousness, my consciousness, the consciousness in every living animal, insect, plant, cell, and fungi is universally and fundamentally the same. Consciousness is experiencing everything everywhere all at once, from the predator to the prey, to the lover to the betrayed, to the observer to the observed, from birth to death. Consciousness is experiencing the dying of this plant and the vitality of this one. Now, from our dualistic perspective, we see death and life. But to consciousness, it's just one happening, not two. Consciousness was never born, which means it can never die. We're all consciousness experiencing itself in different forms. Every person in the world refers to themselves as I. And this isn't a linguistic coincidence either, because we're all I, the I am. Now say it loud and proud. I am. That's right. And we all hold a fragment of the collective in each one of us, which makes our experiences its experience. Are you following me here? If not, subscribe to the channel. Non-duality is like a puzzle. Each piece appears different in shape and color, but yet every piece contributes to the whole. And here lies the true insight. The puzzle's unity doesn't hinge on its assembly because it doesn't come together piece by piece. It already exists in full, regardless if the pieces are joined or scattered. There's nothing to be realized because its truth is already present. After my mom picked me up from having my near-death experience, as soon as I got into her car, I just started crying like crazy. And she says,
"Are you crying because you're happy to be alive?"
And I said,
No, I'm crying because if I did die, I was still going to be here.
because once I gained consciousness after having my accident, I experienced oneness, but I prefer to call it nothingness because it's nothing I can explain, it's nothing you can imagine, and it's nothing to know. It was an experience of not having an experience. And I get it, this probably sounds so confusing, but the reason why is because non-duality is not an intellectual pursuit. It's a way of being. It's a way of knowing that we are all interconnected. We all come from the same source that binds us and loves us, and that is consciousness, which is omnipotent and omnipresent. And that presence lives within you, always complete and eternally perfect. Let's just not get old together. Let's grow together. Bye for now.